Hello there, and welcome to today's live. If you're just jumping on, go ahead and drop your name in the comments and let me know where you are joining from today. So, today I want to say something that most business coaches will not say. The advice most of us have been given about how to grow a profitable business is actually not wrong in itself, but it is incomplete, right? And for Christian women entrepreneurs specifically, that incompleteness is costing us more than we realize. So today, I'm going to show you exactly what the conventional advice is missing and why adding more strategy to an unhealing foundation does not work, and what actually produces the results that you are chasing, real results with real women in your situation. So stay right here, and this one is going to reframe everything for you. So go ahead and drop your name and let me know where you are joining me from today. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Andrea Russell. I am a USA best-selling author, business implementation and financial accountability coach, helping Christian women combine inner work with business strategy to grow a profitable business. And so, let me tell you something that most business coaches are telling you to do right now. Here's what they're saying to you. You need to work on your marketing. You need to build a funnel. You need to post more content. You need to find your niche, scale your offer, show up consistently, get more visible, work smarter, not harder. And they are going to hand you a strategy for each of those things, mind you: a content calendar, a funnel template, a niche clarity framework, a visibility plan, more things to add to an already overwhelming list. And here's the thing: none of that advice is wrong, actually, to be honest. Visibility does matter, and consistency does matter, and strategy matters as well, right? But here's what they're not telling you: that all of that advice assumes the foundation underneath your business is already solid. It assumes the beliefs that you carry about money are healthy, and it assumes the identity that you're operating from is rooted in truth. It assumes there is nothing underneath your strategy that is quietly undermining everything you on top of it. And for most Christian women entrepreneurs, that assumption is completely wrong. So drop same in the comments if that sounds like the advice you have been getting. So why then is that advice incomplete? So here is why the conventional advice is not producing the results that it should be for you. Strategy without alignment is just what I call organized chaos. You cannot market your way out of a money mindset problem. You cannot funnel your way out of fear, and you cannot scale a business that is built on a broken foundation, no matter how good the strategy is. So think about it this way: giving a Christian woman entrepreneur more strategy when what you actually need is inner healing and financial clarity is like handing someone a map when what they really need is to fix the car, right? Imagine getting a map and the car is not working. I mean, where are you going? The map is not wrong in itself, but the car is not going anywhere until what? The real problem is addressed, which is what? The car needs fixing. So the real problem is almost never marketing. It is what you need to believe about money, about your own transformation and what it's worth, about what God actually wants for you financially. Those beliefs is what sits underneath every business decision you make. And when those beliefs are broken, the best strategy in the world cannot produce what you're praying for. So, here is a reframe that changes everything for the women and business owners that I've worked with. Mathew 7:24 and 25 says, everyone who hears these words and of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house, yet it did not fall because it had its foundation on the rock. So go ahead and drop foundation in the comments if you have been building on something that needed to be fixed first. So, what then do you need to do instead, right? First off, you need to surrender before you strategize, right? You need to heal before you scale, and you need to look at your numbers and face your money beliefs. You need to set boundaries and align your business with what God actually called you to build before you add one more tactic to that marketing plan. And that is the sequence that's going to change everything for you. It is not the sequence that most coaches is going to teach because most coaches skip the foundation entirely. They go straight to the tactics, and the tactics, actually, to be honest with you, they look real impressive for a season, but they do not hold because the foundation was never cleared. The framework that I built is designed around the exact sequence: surrender, overcome, align, rise, in that order for a particular reason. Because surrender comes first, because you cannot build something lasting on a foundation that has not actually been cleared first, right? Overcome is second, because you can't implement your way out of an identity problem. And the line comes third because strategy without direction is just pure movement. And rise is last because without a foundation, it's just falling from a higher place. And so for every woman I've worked through this sequence has experienced the same things, not just feeling better, they perform better because the inner work and the business strategy finally got in the right order. And so go ahead, drop a order in the comments if you have been skipping straight to strategy without doing the inner work to complete the foundation work first. So I want to show you what actually happens when a woman does this in the right order, right? I mentioned before, one of my clients 4x their revenue, not because she had to find new clients. She had the clients, but she had to stop undercharging. The strategy didn't change, mind you. What changed was the belief underneath the strategy, and the revenue followed immediately. Another one of my clients, she doubled her revenue in her first year, not because she found a new niche or built a new funnel, because she finally understood what the transformation that she was giving her clients was worth, and she started charging it accordingly. Another one of my clients who was always in cash flow panic mode, she went from being panicked to financial clarity and a faith that shows up every day, including Monday morning, right? The numbers did not magically fix themselves. But what happened was she finally looked at them in a different light, right? And that changed everything. And one of my designers had her best year ever by changing just one thing, not her offer, not her marketing, what she believed was possible for her, right? And so none of these women needed a new strategy. What they needed was the right foundation under the strategy that they already had. And that is what the inner work produces. And that is exactly what the Heavy to Profitable Masterclass is designed to start in you. So go ahead and drop results in the comments if that is what you are ready to do in your business. So here's what I want you to do right now. I'm hosting a free masterclass called Heavy to Profitable, and it is the answer to everything that I just described. In this masterclass, I'm going to walk you through why the conventional advice has not been producing the results that it should. I'm going to show you the exact sequence that actually does and give you the first steps of the framework that produce the results you just heard from my 4 clients. That is not more strategy poured on top of a broken foundation. This is building the foundation first so that the other strategies you already have can finally land the way it was supposed to. And it is completely free. Did I say that? So here is what I need you to do right now. The waitlist link is in the comments below. So go click it, grab your spot, and then come back and tell me you are in so I celebrate with you. Because the women who do the work do not feel different. They show up different, they charge different, and they bill different. And it starts with the masterclass. So go ahead and get your spot. The link is in the comments, and I will see you there.